straighten y'all up. So, ladies and gentlemen, if there's any, we finally made it to the hotel. So the Uber was about anywhere from, it said 34 pounds to 41 pounds. So I'm not really sure how much that is. I'll have to call tomorrow and see how much they charged us. And then we tipped the Uber driver 10 pounds. And then as soon as we got to the room, we ordered room service because we was hungry. Renee, yeah. I wish I would have showed y'all that second meal that we had on the plane. Renee, when I tell y'all she demolished that meal, she ate everything they put in front of her like a garbage disposal. Was it good, babe?
Yes, it was very delicious. It was kind of like a chicken curry to me, just not
spicy.
It
was chicken curry.
So that's why
with the
I
dessert
enjoyed it.
situation.
And the dessert was different, so I just took a spoonful to try it at first, but it was nice and sweet. It was kind of like the mousse, I guess, their mousse pudding. So it was rich and thick, but not too sweet.
Okay, so y'all, what we did was so Emirates, as y'all know, Emirates turned us away because Renee passport. And so I was like, put me on a plane, and she was like, you want to go to Vegas or to, what you said, Bahamas or something?
Yeah.
I looked at her like, does it require me to take my passport? I want to go somewhere that requires me to get my passport stamped, which I don't think we got a I didn't get my passport stamped anyway. I guess they don't do that. I don't know. So anyway, we seeing what we could do as far as what we could travel to with her current passport, which expires in 2 months, and the lady said we can go to London. Sounds like London it is. So we end up going through Priceline, and let me tell y'all something, it really wasn't that bad, being that it was last minute. For us to do last minute like that, the price really wasn't that bad. So I'm gonna give y'all the total. So let me tell you, we took Turkish Airline, and we ended up stopping in Turkey
Istanbul.
at who?
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Yeah.
Whatever she said, okay? Anyway, what she said. So we ended up catching our flight at 8:55 from Houston at the George Bush and what is called that?
George Bush
International Airport. So then we went to whatever she said earlier, and we didn't actually have to wait long because we was able to get a earlier flight, so that was good. So we took an earlier flight, and I believe I have a clip of that. But anyway, we took an earlier flight. The people that were kind of anyway. So we flew in economy, as you guys can see, economy class, both flights. We were gonna upgrade. Renee wanted to upgrade us to business class on the first flight, but when we would have got to that other place, we wouldn't have been on business class. It would just would have been economy, and I'm like, why pay the $1,000-something plus just to fly the 11 hours to there and then have to go to economy? I guess we could have, but why spend that extra money? The seats really wasn't that bad. So yeah, so we flew there. It took us 11 hours to fly there. I slept for 9 of those hours. Thank God. And then I slept again for about another 2 hours on the last 4 hours. About 2-3 hours on the last hour. Last 4 hours. I was up about an hour. And so anyway, then we arrived to here at 9:05, and then I downloaded the Uber app. So basically, guys, initially for Dubai, we had paid a sum of $3,300 for the full trip, as far as for the flight, the hotel, and the excursions. It came out to $3,300, and we were staying in a downtown hotel, which was Marriott. So that wasn't really bad. We actually planned that one in advance back months ago, sometime last year. So this trip was last minute, and for last minute, guys, let me see what the total is. Babe, what a receipt with the total. It was like $2,000. Now we're still in the Marriott, and it's down. Well, I don't know if I'm saying downtown, but I don't know what downtown is for them. So we're still in the Marriott, and this one cost us with the flight and the hotel. Uh, it was like 2,700, but I'll get the accuracy numbers for you guys. And I hope I'm kind of sad and disappointed, guys, because I really want to share a lot with y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rest of the night and I'm gonna get on YouTube and see what type of things there are to do in London, because I spent for the last 3 weeks on YouTube, like literally on Dubai. And I'm gonna show y'all. Look, I had an itinerary. I'm looking for y'all because I want y'all to see that I was serious about this. So I had a whole itinerary planned out for Dubai, like from day one of getting there, so on and so on, and things like that for us to do. So now I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm depending on you guys on YouTube, so I'm gonna go look at some YouTube videos for London traveling and see what there is to do. So when we got to the airport, to back it up a little bit, when we got to the airport, the total that we wanted to spend in Dubai, we took 15,000. I'm sorry, I'm lying. 1,500, which equals up in today money, like I think like 3,000 something dollars. Which is cool, but when we went to the Turkish airport, the Turkish Airlines, she exchanged the money. It was like I gave him $1,000 instead of the 1,500. I gave him $1,000. And they exchanged that, and for the pounds, which is London money, it came out to $640. And then the fee, which was $7.95 to exchange the money. So pretty much that's what we're working with, unless we swipe our credit cards, because we can swipe a debit or a credit card. I just don't plan on taking any more money out the ATM. So I'm about to look for some things to do, especially because tomorrow is my birthday, which is February 19th. Today is the 18th. We didn't arrive here, so we wasted a whole day. A whole day gone. So I think we have 4 full days left, which is the 19th, the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd, and then we leave on the 23rd. And then just like a typical
I'm not having a tantrum.
Tell them
we're on vacation, right, y'all? So we're here to enjoy the experience and everything else. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see on Uber.
You gotta bring it in.
But they have one.
I don't know if y'all can see that, but this is the cost of the Uber, which is not a bad price. However, Renee wants to do what?
I want to do the one where so if we just do it by ourselves, it's 12 to 17 pounds. But if we do a pool, it's 7 pounds and 54.
I don't want to pool with nobody else, but she's like, it's for the experience. No.
It's meet other people, but she don't want to do that.
No.
Isn't that what traveling is about? If we're in a Uber,
she too friendly. She too friendly. She had too much to drink. Is that what it is?
No. That has nothing to do with it. Yes, I'm feeling dead with this wine, but that has nothing to do with it.
She said that has nothing to do with it. We'll see y'all in the Uber or once we ride to the mall. So the next time is going to be the mall, the Westfield Mall. finally we have made it back to the room and we've changed. I'm trying to decide if I want to wear my hair down or put it up, but all I have on now is just a yellow shirt and some black jeans, if y'all can see that. Renee decided she wanted to wear a jumper and a black shirt, so I don't know. So it's still my birthday and the night is still young, so it's just a matter of figuring out what we're gonna do, since the restaurant we went to earlier was actually supposed to be dinner, but turns out the reservations I thought I made reservations for dinner, and then it looked like I made them for lunch. So I was like, oh my god, we gotta go to lunch. But it turned out when we got to the restaurant, the reservations were actually made for dinner. So I don't know, but it was a nice place to dine, period. What was it called? The Wolseley? The Wolseley? Well, no, Wesley.
Oh.
She just making up stuff. Why you roll that? You rolled those down?
Roll what down?
Them pants.
No, they was like that.
They was like that?
Yes.
Oh. I don't remember that looking like that.
They was already like that.
Look at Renee, y'all.
Huh? What?
I'm just showing them you. How y'all feeling about my makeup? It looked kind of orange, red or something, but I think I did a pretty good job, although I don't have a lot going on. It's just a simple look, but anyway, check me out, y'all. Y'all, I've been feeding this booty too much. I'm gonna have to show it to y'all later. I'll give y'all some new booty. Well, not even new booty anymore. It's about a year now, a little over a year. So I'll give y'all some booty action later so y'all can see what my BBL is. The results are after a year post-op. So I'll check with y'all later. I don't want to bore y'all. I don't know. Which one y'all think? Hold on. Which one y'all think? Come closer.
Oh, hold on. Let me tie it up.
Who is that? Whose phone is that?
That's not yours.
Hold on, y'all. Somebody calling. And she's trying to get me jumped and beat up. This is the restaurant we just left from. As far as the food, which this is the menu. As far as the food, I give it 7.5. What do you get a food? Really a 7.
A 7.
A 7.
Okay.
What do you get the drinks? Fish, mashed. Okay, y'all. Day 2 in London. It is approximately, no, it's about 4 o'clock. And we've done nothing on day 2. We slept into 2 p.m. We're just waking up. And yeah, it's been raining. It's another rainy, gloomy day. So I really don't want to be outside doing anything. We're going to go out to dinner later tonight.
I'm going to tell y'all the truth. So the truth is, because she didn't go to sleep. She wanted to be up to 3 o'clock, 3:30.
I couldn't sleep.
So that's why.
I couldn't sleep.
I was up. She woke me up because she wanted to order breakfast. Never do that.
Let me tell you.
Never do that again.
Never do breakfast
Never do that again.
At the hotel.
It said pancakes with an S.
Plural.
We got a pancake.
A pancake.
One pancake. That's it.
So we was thinking that we'll get like 2-3 pancakes or whatever, and we could just share it. And we ordered bacon, which looked like they just put the whole pig on the plate. And I wasn't.
So
I wasn't down with that, so we just put it outside the door and left it there and paid whatever we paid for it. But today I want to eat something delicious. Renee wants some fish and chips. She's so hung up on these fish and chips. Like,
it's the best place to get them. You're in England, London. That's what they know for.
This whatever
like
this
go to
stuff
Italy,
is,
they
this
know
fish and chips better be
pasta.
damn good. I'm gonna punch her in her damn head. So anyway, I was like, let's just go get something across the street because there's a grocery store across the street from us. But who wants to be in a rainy, gloomy day when I could have been in sunny Dubai?
Yeah, she's throwing that back in my face.
I'm gonna keep bringing it up, y'all.
But little do you know, we're gonna plan Dubai either in September during my birthday time or during my recovery time.
So it's either March or September. I'm thinking it's September because we save about $400. You want to do recovery time?
Yeah, that way I ain't gotta take off no time for work.
So we're gonna do a recovery time. We're gonna go in March. In March we're going to Dubai, and y'all see this right? I'm gonna hold her to that.
Excuse me, I'm eating chips because she'll be depriving me of food.
Whatever.
But anyway, so yeah. No, we can go in March, and as soon as I get back, the first thing I'm gonna do is my passport.
Yes, her passport. But
we have to have the book, the airplane book, because I have to take that as proof in order for me to get a quick passport.
Oh, I didn't have it on you. Okay, so tip number one. Tip number one: going to Dubai, your passport cannot expire within
3 months from leaving
the departure.
Not getting there, but departure. So it has to. You have to have at least
3 months before your passport expires.
Yes.
Another tip for you guys who didn't know: the one best thing that was great about the airport is that we didn't have to pay for parking. Tip for VA veterans. We don't have to pay for parking. So parking is free at the airport for those who didn't know that. Parking is free. So, any other helpful tips?
Tip number 2?
I gave tip number 2. What's tip number 3?
Tip number 3 then is pack for any occasion, because you never know what's going to happen. And you want to be out buying clothes, unnecessary clothes. I'm not saying pack a whole lot, but even though you might be going to like your trip is to go somewhere nice in summer, anything can happen.
Dubai.
So just have like at least a jacket. That's my only thing is a jacket and at least one pair of pants and a sweatshirt or a long sleeve shirt. Just something that can keep you cozy in case you go somewhere else that's cool.
But remember, guys, this was like last minute. We never left the airport. We planned this trip and paid for it while sitting and waiting in the airport. So it wasn't planned. It wasn't planned at all. So we didn't have the attire we needed for this particular trip, which the weather is fine to me. I'm outside with sandals on. Renee, she needs to be bundled up and, you know, all that good stuff. But anyway, just to let y'all know, this is day 2. We didn't do nothing. We stayed in a hotel, and this is not the kind of trip you want to have where you go on a trip and you stand in a hotel. You want to be out in the streets, exploring, but whatever. Let me show y'all, because the weather isn't nice. Let me show you. Yeah, we ain't got no view, but if you can see, I mean, it's kind of, it's been raining. It's not that bad, but it's wet outside. It is wet. It's been raining all morning. I don't have a view, so I really can't show y'all anything. But anyway, there's Big Head. Big Head Renee. Yeah. So yeah, we found the restaurant. What is it called? The little French restaurant. It's cute. It's a little place though. But it's cute. What do you think, Renee?
It's really cute. It's nice and romantic. See the flowers, the roses. My little bottle of wine. I don't know if y'all can see that. But and then serve some bread. So it's pretty good.
Because you're still recording. You're so silly. We're gonna get a picture. Well, I mean, honestly, guys, we spent a lot of money on this trip that was unexpected, you know. Like, just Uber alone was like $200 in American dollars, $200. So, I don't want to go nowhere else today, you know. I mean, what about you, Renee? And then we lost a lot of money, like I explained to y'all before. Tonight is our last night. Tomorrow we'll be leaving on Sunday. But like I explained to y'all, as far as how the money worked, that's another tip. Educate yourself on the exchange of the money, because I think we took a big loss when we did that. We took a big loss when my lips are dry, y'all. Excuse me. We just ran out to get something to eat. But I believe we took a big loss. I want to talk quietly, walking to the lobby of the hotel. But anyway, I hope y'all can hear me. We took a big loss when we exchanged that money. So that's another tip. Be educated before exchanging funds for whatever country you're going to, because to take $1,000 and exchange it and only get $640 in return, that's a big cut, like a huge big cut. So be mindful of that. Know what you're exchanging your money for. Know that you're actually getting the value, the correct value for the money that you're exchanging. Because we didn't understand or take the time to get to know the bus system, we didn't take any buses. Honestly, I think the Uber situation just got out of hand. Like I said, we spent a lot on that. A lot on just Ubering. So, it's our last day, and it was a last minute trip, as we said before, as I've said many of times, but we made the best of it. What you think, babe? We made the best of it. So anyway, we're gonna go get something to eat. We down to like $100 and something, not $100 and something pounds. So we're just gonna spend it up. Ain't no need of us holding on to it, taking it home, because when we exchange it back to dollars, it's probably not gonna value as much. It's not. So we might as well just spend it all. And if it's something left, I'd rather just give it to the homeless man that's been sitting outside that grocery store, honestly. So, but we'll see. All right, guys. Another walk to get something to eat. That's the good thing about where we are too. It's really convenient. It's not cold today, but it is a little windy. But the good thing is we're walking. There's a lot of convenient places where we can come and eat. So that was a great thing as far as eating. But we spent a lot of money on eating out. But we didn't really do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, however, because we slept through breakfast. So we really just did like lunch and dinner. So, anything, babe?
Oh, and just time change. I think that's why she slept a lot.
Yeah, jet lag and never really caught up. I stayed up till like 5 o'clock this morning, and then that was that.
Yeah, not me.
Is it safe to cross, babe?
I'm like a kid when we travel.
Yeah, she wanted to be out, and I don't blame her.
I'll be like, let's go.
Yeah.
Sleep in, but I mean, I know this was last minute, so
yeah,
it's
so
cool as long as you have fun and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, guys. Let me show y'all. Well, I ain't got really nothing on but just shorts today. I'm just out here in these streets, and this came from the grocery store where we've been getting water at. But anyway, talk to you later, guys. So we got our chicken. So we're gonna go back to the hotel and have a chicken feast, and then we also got some cookies, as you guys can see Renee in the footage. I went to check on the exchange here, and they bargain, y'all. So educate. So they bargain. So here she was willing to give us, for the $1,000, she was willing to give us 700 pounds. So next time we know not to get the money at the airport. Go somewhere where we can bargain. So, anyway, as they say, Cheerios. Alright guys, so chapters. We are now in Turkey and we have a 15-hour layover. I think I've been saying overlay, and Renee has not corrected me, which means that she hasn't been listening. So we have a 15-hour layover, and then after that we're gonna have a 13-hour flight. So right now we're in one of the hotels here in Turkey, and this is pretty much what it looks like. It's just a bed, the door, a TV. It really stinks in here. It was 151 euro in dollars. That's about 163. Shower. It's a small room, but it's within the hotel. The bathroom, the toilet, and that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to give y'all a small, very small, literally small, literally a small tour. So anyway, we're on our way home, and I'm just so happy because, I mean, we made the best of it. It was enjoyable because I was there with my wife. However, it's not a trip I have to take again to London. I would like to try other countries, but London I don't have to go back to. It wasn't, it wasn't, well, I don't know. What's your experience, Renee?
For what?
For London?
I mean, I had a good time. It was the weather. I think had a lot to do with a lot of things. So if it wasn't for the weather, we probably would have been out and about. But for the time that we was there, I think we did what we supposed to do.
I think we did what we supposed to do. So let me give y'all a glimpse of what I'm looking like these days. Still need to lose some weight, but this has gotten bigger. But of course I've eaten. This has definitely gotten bigger because I've been feeding it. Now the weight is pretty much going up here. But anyway, check with you guys later.